Okay, so if we want to make some petals, then we need our bonder web, which is going to then fuse two bits of Abaca together. So these are our pieces, roughly the same size, and then this is our bonder web. I got this from McCulloch and Wallace, so you can get that. If you can get the one which doesn't have paper attached, then that's even better. Just make sure that these layers are going in the same grain, so you haven't got one grain going one way and one the other. So they're both going the same way. I'm going to iron this onto here and then fuse them together. First of all, actually, I'm just going to put some fabric underneath it. Because it will go a bit sticky on your tablecloth. Just iron that first. That. If you go from the middle out, then you won't get any funny creases. So I nearly had one there, but pushing from the middle out helps that. Just got my iron up to the hottest heat and I'm just keeping that moving. So just putting second layer on, and now smooth that out from the middle. Try not to get the stripes in it, try and get it straight. I've got a little bit of a kink there. And you might get some glue coming on your iron, so you can clean that after. Take the whole thing off, so then we've got the two sides. Just have a look and make sure it's all stuck down. You don't want any bubbles. Give it one more iron. And then you could just trim that if you want round the edges. Because you could again do sort of something by pleating it in the middle and having that shooting up and having the two sides. You could pleat it again and having the two sides, which is quite nice. You will do have rough edges with this, but once you've cut it, then all this should fuse together, so you shouldn't get any frayed bits. So we've got a nice sharp edge there. If you always put some Adele varnish on again if you want to, just to make sure that doesn't fray. But that with the sticky should all stay together. So now we need to just cut some petals. You can, if you want to be more precise, draw some petals out, get a template and then put them on here, or you can just roughly cut them. So I like to cut round at the bottom and then pointy. If you want them to all be the same size, then you'll need to actually get your template and then just put it on and mark them all out.
Bitch, you won't BBM. We should be closer than friends. If you OPN, engaging you's on my agenda. Request my chariot to get ya. The door's OPN. Take that high road and hop in. Open up, open up. Shut it down like a Macintosh. Open up, open, open. Cold as ice and Coca-Cola. Open up.
Or you can cut them like that, so that I'm not wasting any of this extra bit. I could cut one here, I could cut one here, I could one here, or I could do it like that, and then in only square bits I can cut smaller petals if that's what you want as well. Have odd numbers of petals. So we've got all our petals, cut them all out. I've got some big, mostly big, and a couple smaller babies, bigger ones. And now we're going to curl the edges. So these are my curling tongs. You can get these quite easily these days. These ones I've had for ages, years. Not that I ever curl my hair, but good for this. And if you get any glue on it, you can just wipe that off when they're dry, and it just curls the edges. So I've just got a little curl there, but I could also put one on the side, or maybe lift that up, just to make them look a little bit more natural and organic. Oops. Curling that up slightly and just turning it a bit, and then when we sew them on we'll pinch that in the middle as well to make a nice little petal. So just do a few more. really curl this one. So you get a really nice sort of proper petally curl. This one I could just try doing the sides. Just be careful of these things, obviously they're very hot, and you can wear a pair of gloves if you want to. This one here is just fraying slightly, so we could trim those off and then put a little bit of gold nail varnish on there just to fix that. Then you can start building them up into a bit of a flower, and we can put a stamen piece in the middle, and you can just see how lovely this is going to look when it's all together. So we're going to bind it all together, put the stamens in the middle, put some wire on it, and then you've got a beautiful flower.